There are some makeup brands that you just know you don't vibe with, unless something happens, and this is the topic of today's video. So I have quite a few makeup brands, and I also actually have some tea, some drama. I've had some drama with these makeup brands, with two of these makeup brands, and I'm gonna spill some tea today. I'm going to share with you some little influencer insiders, and also just kind of like different thoughts that I have on makeup brands. So I know everyone is very, very different when it comes to their makeup. People have different aesthetics, likes, dislikes, all that kind of stuff. This is just my personal preference with makeup brands, and if you agree or if you disagree, definitely let me know down in the comments. I love reading your thoughts and opinions, and hey, it might change my mind as well. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, like and subscribe, because I upload every single day here on my YouTube channel. I love bright, fun, colourful makeup. I love project panning and reviews, all that kind of stuff. Today I am wearing my Odens Solmane 2 eyeshadow palette, and this was sent to me in PR. I'm playing around with some of the more yellowy tones with a purple wing, because of course this will be one of my 3 looks 1 palette with this palette, so if that's not already gone live, definitely keep an eye out for that. But there are multiple reasons why you may not like or want to support a makeup brand, and I've kind of kept the more like hardcore ones off this list. The irredeemable ones, the ones that I will just never ever ever buy from, are not in this list. This video is all about brands that I would not buy from right now, unless they change something, and I'm going to talk about what they could change to make me personally more interested in these brands. If this is your all-time favourite brand that you would not change anything about, then I love that. This is just my personal opinions. So the first brand that I'm going to talk about today is Chantecaille. Now, I loved the aesthetic of this brand. I still do. I don't know why I said that in past tense. I still love the aesthetic of this brand. It is so cute. They do a lot of animal themed products, which I'm an animal lover. I love animals so much, but everything is like 70 plus pounds from this, and you can get the tiniest little teeny weeny tiny little blush, 75 pounds. What the actual hell is going on? 75 pounds for a teeny little tiny weeny little blush? Oh my god. I remember when I first saw the prices of Chantecaille, I must have been in a coma for about a week, because what the hell is that? I remember seeing their products on Lauren May Beauty's YouTube channel. I've actually been watching her blush declutter in between filming today, and I just really loved their products, but I never realized the price of them. And when I say I was shook, I was shook. I was absolutely baffled. I have no idea why makeup is this expensive. So for me to be able to buy Chantecaille with a good conscience, I would need the price drop. But I know that's probably never going to happen, because Chantecaille is still in business. They're still thriving. If people are paying that price, why ever would they reduce it, you know? But for people like me, oh my goodness, that is so much money. I'm baffled. Like, I knew that makeup cost a lot of money, but this is another world, I feel like. I'm still, like, even just talking about this, I'm still a little bit taken back, because Chantecaille prices, your girl cannot afford. Your girl cannot afford. Maybe when I'm a multi-millionaire YouTuber, maybe, but this is top tier, I feel like. This is top tier in the worst possible way. I still, no words. No words. This is absolutely ridiculous. So now I'm going to talk about Maybelline Benefit and MAC, all in the same kind of sphere. These are all brands that test on animals, and why? So let's start with Maybelline. Maybelline tests on animals, absolutely, like, not happy. All 3 of these brands were the real kickers when I decided to go 100% cruelty-free with my makeup collection. These 3 brands really, really hurt me. So Maybelline, I loved their foundation. The Superstay foundation was my absolute holy grail foundation for years. It was so full coverage, it was comfortable, it lasted all day, exactly what I want and need from a foundation. And it was from the drugstore, so absolutely hallelujah, praise the Lord. And then it was tested on animals. I found out that they tested on animals. Oh my goodness me. And so much Maybelline things have come out recently that I would love to try. I think Maybelline is an absolute top tier drugstore makeup brand. I absolutely loved loads of their products and I would love to try more of their products. Their powder I would love to try. Their pressed and loose powder I would love to try them. But I just can't because they're tested on animals and I'm not going to vote with my coin for animal testing. I just find it wrong. I find it cruel. It just should not be a thing. Benefit, I feel like I can move on from a little bit. Benefit are more for like cheek products. I would never buy a Benefit eyeshadow palette. I also do my brows with eyeshadow. So I'm not going to buy any of their brow things. They're definitely more known for their brow products. I'm not really interested in things like that, but like the Hoola bronzer, what a staple. Those bright poppy blushes that came out recently. Oh, well, I say recently. I think it was like last year, maybe not recently. But some of the things that they released, the cookie highlights, stop it. I love them so much. But I just cannot purchase from them because they test on animals. There is so much that I would love to buy from Benefit. Their mascaras are absolute staples, as well as Maybelline. The Maybelline mascaras, I would love, 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 love to try those because let me tell you, some of the drugstore mascaras that are not tested on animals, they're garbage. They're so bad. So I'd love to just indulge in a nice mascara, but I can't. And then finally, MAC. I have tried one thing from MAC, two things from MAC. I've tried a lipstick and I've tried a blush, so I'm not really a MAC girl, but just the name MAC. I would love to own some MAC just because of the name. It's like a cool brand. Like, look, it's like a staple, absolute classic brand in the makeup industry. I would love to be able to buy some of their powders, their foundations, their base products, their cheek products, maybe even try like a neutral eyeshadow palette, but I just cannot allow myself to do that because it's tested on animals and it is wrong. It is cruel. I will die on this hill. I'm so proud that I've been able to end my 100% cruelty-free project pan because I'm pretty much already there. My collection is probably like 98% cruelty-free and I'm so proud of that. So I'm not going to be going out and buying more products that were tested on animals. So yeah. That's really sad. I've kind of done a 3-in-1 there because I didn't want to talk about them individually because they all have the same kind of issues, you know? Next, if you are not new to my channel, you will be rolling your eyes right now, but Natasha Denona. Oh, Natasha Denona. If you are new to my channel, I'll give you a very brief rundown. I have tried 3 Natasha Denona palettes. I've tried the Mini Star, the Mini Trio Chrome, and the Glam palette. And I've also tried a lipstick, the shade Natasha in the I Need a Nude lipstick formula. I don't really like any of them. I think Natasha Denona is very, very overpriced, overhyped, and the quality just isn't good. And I haven't seen many YouTubers say that. A lot of YouTubers do just hype Natasha Denona so much. I just don't. I think it's my makeup aesthetic. I like bright, fun, in-your-face makeup, super sparkly shimmers, like with texture and all that kind of stuff. I would buy from Natasha Denona if she came out with maybe 2 separate formulas, 2 separate styles of palettes. The first one being her classic kind of soft glam style. And the second one, maybe with more of a colourful eyeshadow palettes, came out with bright, in-your-face, like super shimmery, sparkly eyeshadows, things like that. She just doesn't do that right now. I have been told that the Yucca palette is like very, very top quality. However, I'm so used to indie brands right now. I'm so used to these beautiful eyeshadow formulas that I find absolutely stunning. I just don't see Natasha Denona doing that. I feel like she is a very kind of chilled out, soft glam brand, and that's fine. There's got to be brands for everyone. Maybe people don't like my super in-your-face indie brands. That's fine. But I personally will not be buying from Natasha Denona unless she ups her quality or drops her prices. And I don't really see either of these things happening. She is a classic case of people buy it, so why change it? You know, people buy it. People not only buy it, people adore her formula. So I highly doubt she's going to change anything just because of the hype that she already has. And I'm kind of becoming okay with letting go of Natasha Denona. They were definitely like a fantasy self. I would love to be a Natasha Denona girl. However, I am definitely learning that it's okay not to be. It's okay to be just an indie brand lover, and that is who I am right now. So yeah, I'm going to move on because my OG viewers will be absolutely sick to death of this rant. Next, I want to talk about Beauty Blender. Now, I've never ever owned a proper beauty blender. I've always got either the Real Techniques ones or the AOA ones or just little cheapy ones that I get from TK Maxx, things like that. However, they are a one-trick pony, and I know they did try and do the foundation. That foundation gave me the ick so bad, because the whole kind of preface of this foundation was like you pump it into the outside packaging and then smudge a beauty blender into the product, and the mess. I'm not a super clean person anyway. Like, I can have a bowl or two out for a little bit too long, you know, but that, even for me, grossed me out so badly. Yes, I know that you could tilt the foundation and just pump it onto the beauty blender, but like the whole marketing of that foundation just really gave me the ick. And I know that they are really trying to push out more colors of beauty blenders. I think they do like scented beauty blenders. They are really pushing this. However, I will only buy from Beauty Blender if they really change up their marketing, because I don't know how they're still in business. I really don't understand. Their beauty blenders are about £20 a pop, which, like, that is so much money. Give me the Real Technique ones for like $5.99. They are the same thing. Yes, I know that they are like the original, the OG, the like best of the best, but I don't need the best of the best. My tools work so well for me. I don't need this. Maybe if they came out with like, I don't know, a wider range of things. I think did they come out with a concealer? I think. Just like more things. Beauty blender. It's just a beauty blender. Beauty blender, beauty blender, beauty blender. It gets so boring. And I do want to try this brand. I'm itching to try this brand, but I'm not paying £20 for a sponge. And I'm also not destroying my outer packaging by smearing foundation over it either. So I don't know. This brand just, I want to try it. I want to love it. I want to get to know it. But I just need them to widen their horizons a little bit, because it's not great. So next is a brand. I feel like I'm asking the world from this. I'm asking something so unrealistic from this brand, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So the next brand is Nude Sticks. So if you don't know, I'm not a cream product person. So I would never buy from Nude Sticks unless they came out with some powder products. Or, actually, no, this is something a little bit less unrealistic. They came out with some base products. Have they done a foundation or a concealer? I don't know. I don't follow Nude Sticks very, very closely. So let me know, have they come out with a foundation? It would probably be like a stick foundation, I'm guessing. I think they have. Maybe they have. Maybe I just don't know about it. But either way, from Nude Sticks, I'd either need a powder formula, which, I mean, Nude Sticks, it's in the name, it's not gonna happen, or a foundation, concealer, maybe not eyeshadow. I wouldn't use eyeshadows. Lipsticks, I think they do lipsticks. Hey, maybe I can buy from Nude Sticks. Maybe I can buy from Nude Sticks. I'm gonna actually Google it because I don't want to spread misinformation here on my channel. So they do have a foundation stick, however, they look a little cheap. I think this is why I have not bought from Nude Sticks. They just look cheap. Like the sticks with like the domed product, I'll put it on screen. It just looks cheap. These like pencil things, they do look kind of cheap. And they're not cheap. They're not drugstore. So for 3, a blush, bronzer and highlight stick set is £28, which I mean isn't awful, but it does look a bit cheap. So I'd need a little bit of an upgraded packaging, because that, yeah, I don't like that. But it is all very much blush, bronzer, highlight sticks. I'm not that girl. I'm gonna need an updated packaging. I'm gonna need some more foundations, because I only saw one foundation, which is like a balmy foundation. I'm gonna need a rebrand Nude Sticks if I'm ever gonna buy from you, because yeah, I just looked on Look Fantastic then, and all of my worst fears came true, to be honest. I'm very glad I put this brand on the list. I was wavering then for a second. I thought I'd made a mistake, but no, I'm gonna need some more from Nude Sticks. So now I'm gonna talk about some tea. I'm gonna talk about some YouTuber insider goss. So, Clarity Cosmetics. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, Clarity Cosmetics was doing a PR search, and I was so excited because I'd never got PR before. This was way before I made the Pastel Roses PR list. I'd got Titanium Fox's PR, which I'm still absolutely obsessed with, but I was still very, very new in the whole sphere of PR. So they came out with a PR search, and I had to email in. I had to do the whole pitch, why I should be on the PR list and why I would be a good match for the brand, all that kind of stuff. And the way that I see a PR list is that you get accepted and then you get sent some products, and then maybe you get a code, maybe you get affiliate links, maybe like, you know, whatever. So I made the PR list and I was so happy. I was like over the moon. I made a PR list. It was my first like official, you are on our PR list, you know. We will work with you really closely, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. However, it was not what I thought it would be. So Clarity Cosmetics PR list is you have to buy the products yourself. You have to buy the products yourself, and then they give you like an affiliate link, which I could get a free affiliate link from other affiliate link programs. So I was so disappointed. However, I was like, okay, maybe I'll buy a palette, just like one palette, just to show support, all that kind of stuff. Their shipping is almost as expensive as their palettes. Whoa. To buy one palette, it came to about £75. And I was like, I'm not doing that for like a 5% commission. I was like, absolutely not. So Clarity, oh my goodness me. I know that it can be so expensive to ship to the UK, but what? Oh my goodness me. I was so shocked and I was so disappointed, because I feel like that whole affiliate thing was just a way to get more people to buy their products, you know? Like, I just feel like that whole, like, you're on our PR list, oh my God, you've made it. And it was a, like, proper official email, you know, conversation with someone. You've made it, you've made our PR list. Oh, but you've got to buy our products first. And it's like, it just left me with a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. There was there was a little bit of a discount that I got, I think. But even still, it was so ridiculously expensive to get it shipped. And I know that it is an American brand. I know that I live in the UK, so it's probably going to be quite expensive. But I have never, ever seen shipping prices that expensive. Ever. And I've had things shipped from the US. I have never seen it so expensive. It's like 20, 25, sometimes £30 for shipping. Girly. When I say I was shocked. And I was talking to my boyfriend Ben, and I was like, oh, they've accepted me on this PR list though, and I should buy from them, and I should show my support for this brand. And he was like, no, do not do that, because that is crazy. He sat me down and he said, would you be buying this palette if you hadn't made the PR list? And I said, no. So he said, no, we are not spending £30 on shipping a palette that I would never, ever have bought anyway. Like, that shocked me. That really shocked me. And I know Clarity Cosmetics have done, like, free little scavenger hunts before on their website, and I love that idea. I think that's such a great idea. They have a palette for free, and you just pay shipping. But for me, I'd be paying £30 shipping anyway. So I tried to do that. I was like, oh my God, this is such a fun idea. Boom, £30 shipping. And there'd probably be taxes on top of that. So I've never seen shipping so unbelievably expensive before in my life. And Clarity, if you're gonna like tap into the European audience, Oh my god, bring that down. Bring that down. So next brand that I want to talk about is Morphe. So I was going to put Morphe in with MAC, Benefit, and Maybelline. However, technically, Morphe are cruelty-free, kind of. So they say that they are cruelty-free. However, they put little ingredients in sometimes. They lie about their ingredients list a lot, I've found, and carmine has been found in their makeup before, even though they do claim to be cruelty-free. Now, if you don't know what carmine is crushed up beetles, and that is what is used for red dyes. So if you have a red eyeshadow, a pink eyeshadow, purple eyeshadow, things like that, carmine may be in that eyeshadow. So you cannot say that you're cruelty-free and then go, oh yeah, but we do crush up beetles though. And I have had someone comment on my video before when I spoke about this and said, oh yeah, but carmine, like crushing up beetles, like that's not, you know, being cruelty-free. Like that's, you know, that still counts as being cruelty-free. No, because you're axing, I was going to say the word that YouTube doesn't like. You're like axing animals, you know? You can't say, oh, well, I'm against it when it's against, like, dogs and rabbits and monkeys, but I'm not against it when it's, like, insects and things like that. It's like, well, you know, we gotta check something here. That kind of thinking is very dangerous, and that kind of thinking has got us into wars before. Like, I know I'm upping it a lot, I'm upping the stakes here a lot, but just think about that. That kind of thinking, we're against it when it's about something, but we're not against it when it's against something else. It's got us into some sticky situations historically in the past. So just sit down and think about that for a minute, because I think it's wrong whatever we're axing for makeup products, you know, whatever we're testing on or using, ending something for makeup products, it's a bit dodgy. It is a bit dodgy. So Morphe, I don't know where they stand. They're here, they're there, they're everywhere. From Morphe, what I'm gonna need is a whole rebrand, like shake around. Their whole business tactic, I'm gonna need a shift around. And I know that is wishful thinking. I know it's wishful thinking. I know it's probably never gonna happen. But Morphe has this cheeky little habit of collaborating with the worst people on YouTube. Like, the truly bottom of the barrel people on YouTube. There are some people who have done really lovely collabs with Morphe, so I'm not gonna, you know, have an umbrella term there. But, I mean, Jeffree Star, James Charles, Jaclyn Hill, Michaela Nogueira, yeah, just, they have a knack. They do have a knack for collaborating with the worst people. So I'm gonna need, I don't know, some nice collabs and a full-on statement saying that we do not test on animals. It is cutthroat. We are cutting down. And that's what I'm going to need from Morphe if I'm ever going to buy from them. And is that going to happen? Maybe not. So the last brand is also a tea brand. I do have more tea for you right now. More insider influencer goss, and this is Alter Ego. So I don't really like the fact that Alter Ego dupe brands anyway. Like, I think there is a place for taking inspiration from a palette, but carbon copying every single shade is a little bit dodgy for me. So I wasn't really a fan of that anyway. But when I first started out, this was before Titanium Foxes sent me anything. This was way before anything. This was way before I was sent anything in PR. I got a DM on Instagram from Alter Ego asking if they could send me some of their products. And oh my gosh, I was like so excited. This was my first ever brand communication, and I was over the moon. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like I'd love to be sent some products, and I'd love to try out your brand. I sent them my address and I got ghosted. I got ghosted. Nothing. Literally not a peep from then on. And then I messaged them again and I was like, hey, is this still happening? Ghosted. Ghosted. Did not exist. They pretended they did not see me. And why, you may be asking? I think it's because I lived in the UK Again, I said that past tense, I still live in the UK. They're an American brand, and like I said before, it does cost quite a lot to ship to the UK. However, right now, when I'm sitting here filming, I've had multiple PR packages from the US sent for free. I don't have to pay anything. And Alter Ego, it's not like it's like a struggling brand. They're pretty well known. I'm sure most of you know who Alter Ego is. I'm sure they're not going out of business anytime soon. But even just to like message me and be like, oh, we're really sorry, we didn't realise you lived in the UK. Our budget doesn't stretch that far. I'd have been gutted, but I've been like, okay, fair enough. To be ghosted, Alter Ego. Alter Ego. I'm so disappointed. I'm so upset about this because this is so sad. For someone who never ever had anything sent for them, it's almost like dangling a carrot, you know, is that the saying? Like dangling an opportunity in front of me and then going, no, with no rhyme or reason. But yeah, I do think it is because I live in the UK and they didn't want to send things out that far. But I just think it is a little bit unacceptable to just completely ghost an influencer. I'm not happy. So yeah, Alter Ego, I would not buy from unless they started doing more unique colour stories. I know they have done a few original eyeshadow colour stories recently, which I'm so happy about, but yeah, Alter Ego, it just has a bad taste in my mouth and I don't trust them. But here we go. This is the end of this video today, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, like and subscribe. What is a brand that you would never buy from unless they did something to change their ways? Again, I wanted to keep the brands like J-Star out of this video completely because I honestly, even if J-Star stepped back and was like, I'm so unbelievably sorry for everything that I did, which is never going to happen, I still would not buy from that brand. Honestly, I just would not. But this is it. Have an incredible day today, guys, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye-bye.